Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is August 10th, and today we find out that Twitter has a new owner.
好，我们的中文标题是有钱就是任性，全球首富马斯克收购推特。
Okay, so let's just start right away with reading this article because I'm sure you want to know what the heck is happening. After a tense month full of surprises, the sale of Twitter, one of the world's largest social media sites, was agreed upon on April 25th. The company's new owner, Elon Musk, is currently one of the wealthiest men in the world. He is best known for founding the companies Tesla and SpaceX. Musk first expressed his interest in taking over the company when it became public that he had purchased a 9% stake in Twitter in early April. To prevent him from gaining a majority share ownership, Twitter announced a plan to increase the number of stocks that the other shareholders could possess in order to lower Musk's percentage. However, Musk then offered to purchase the company for $44 billion. With such a good offer, the deal was finalized by the end of April. Over the years, Musk has been a prolific Twitter user, so much so that he faced multiple lawsuits in the past about some of the things he had posted on the site. In a statement, Musk said that he sees Twitter as a digital town square where important matters can be debated. He thinks the platform has enormous potential and plans to unlock it. Reactions to the sale are mixed. Some see Musk as an innovative entrepreneur who can bring new ideas to the company, while others are concerned about so much power being in the hands of one man. Many are worried that social media sites like Twitter can have too much influence over people's opinions. Only time will tell how Musk transforms Twitter. Wow, so there's a lot to talk about in this article because something about this move has brought up so many issues. Something that's weird about Elon Musk is that he makes all these weird, complex things visible in just the way he lives. And it's easy to hate him because he's always making these terrible, terrible decisions that hurt people. But it's like he's not doing anything that anybody else who's a billionaire is doing. He's just doing it so visibly that it's easier to identify what the entire billionaire class is doing by looking at what Elon Musk is doing. Okay.
Yeah, 所以这个马斯克呢，他是很特别的一个人哈。那他其实做了很多事情都被大家批评啊，但其实像他那样这么有钱的人，大概都是做同样的事情哈。只是他很特别，就是他做这些事情是非常的 visible 哈，大家都看到他在做，所以大家就开始批评他。但其实他并不是特别啊，你也不能说他坏了，就是他特别只会，并不是只有他会做这些事情啊。他那个阶层的人，大家都这样做，但只是他特别的 visible 而已。
So let's read the article. Bit by bit. After a tense month full of surprises, and it really was, that involved a lot of people, the sale of Twitter, one of the world's largest social media sites, was agreed upon on April 25th. A tense thing is full of tension, full of pressure, and full of uncertainty. If something is agreed upon, it means everyone goes, okay, yep, that's what we're going to do, even if we don't feel good about it.
所以在 a tense month 啊，一个紧张的一个月，那而且这个紧张的一个月是 full of surprises， 充满了令人意想不到的发展啊。surprise 它其实不一定是正面的，它也可以是个 nasty surprise 啊。你就觉得怎么会有这种事情啊？那当然它也可能是 a wonderful surprise。好，所以我觉得在这地方我们就可以翻成令人意想不到的发展。所以经过了很紧张又充满了令人意想不到发展的一个月之后呢， the sale of Twitter 就是推特的这个销售案。那它后面同位语告诉你 Twitter 是什么东西呢？推特是世界上最大的一个社群网站之一。好，那它要销售这个案件呢 was agreed upon 就是达成了协议，双方都同意了。那这个事情是在4月25日发生的。
The company's new owner, Elon Musk, is currently one of the wealthiest men in the world. He's one of the ownership class, the 1%, the 0.01% at this point.
所以他是这个新的这个 公司的或者是新的推特的所有人呢，同位语告诉你，就是马斯克，他目前呢他是世界上最有钱的一个人之一他是世界首富之一，而且是这个非常非常有钱的。
He is best known for founding the companies Tesla and SpaceX. He's known for that, but actually the truth is he didn't found Tesla, and when he bought it, he made sure that the owners they had to agree not to say they were the founders anymore. So that's a lie, but he did found SpaceX, I guess.
好，所以他最为人所知的 he is best known for 也就是他最有名的就是他这个创立了特斯拉这个公司也创立了这 SpaceX， 但是特斯拉其实不是他创立的他是把特斯拉买下来的。那他买的时候呢，有跟那原来的创立特斯拉那些人讲说，你们不可以这个跟人家讲这个公司你们是创立的那当然他付了对方一大笔钱所以这个他并不是真正创办特斯拉的人。不过 SpaceX 应该是他创办的没错。
I'm not sure, but probably.
Yeah.
Although maybe not.
也许不是，但应该是。
Yeah.So Musk first expressed his interest in taking over the company when it became public that he had purchased a 9% stake in Twitter in early April. So he bought a 9% stake in Twitter. That's enough to gain him access to sit on the board of directors. And most people would be happy to have that level of control because when you're on the board, you have a huge say in what the company does. And that's normally what people do.They buy a lot of the stocks to get on the board, and that's what people thought he was going to do. But then he said he was interested in taking over the company. When you take something over, you become the new boss. And so that was part of the drama of April because people were like, wait a minute, he doesn't want to be on the board, he wants to own it? Okay.
Also, I think it became public. It's very interesting. It sounds like he was trying to hide it.Well,
one generally doesn't want to make these kinds of decisions public. But I don't know if, he's used to putting his business all over the internet even when he shouldn't. So
okay.
I don't know who made it public. I don't remember anymore. But generally one doesn't want things to be publicly known until one's finalized it.
Yeah. 好，所以我们刚刚在讨论这个 it became public， 这很好玩就是事情曝光了，被公开了，到底是谁公开还是谁曝光的呢那这蛮有趣的那我们来看到这个句，他说马斯克呢，他首先表达了他的这个兴趣哪方面的兴趣呢？在 taking over the company， 接管这个公司的兴趣那什么时候他表达这个兴趣呢？当这件事情曝光了，被公开了。什么事情呢？就是他已经 had， 就是过去的过去，他已经买了这个公司 9% 的股份那表示他可以进入董事会了。那他是在4月初购买了 9% 的股份，然后后来大家知道说原来他买了这么多的股份，然后他这时候他就说其实我的这个想法是希望能够接管这个公司。
To prevent him from gaining a majority share ownership. To own a company, you don't have to own 100% of it. You just need to own the most part of it. And that's called a majority share. Major is most. So you have to own most of the shares.And so in order to prevent that from happening, Twitter announced a plan to increase the number of stocks that other shareholders could possess. So they made it available for other shareholders to buy more stocks. Because the more stocks that they bought, the less proportionally that Musk would have, and so he couldn't become the majority shareholder.And they did that to lower Musk's percentage, to lower the percentage of stocks he owned. And this is a classic strategy when somebody does not want a public company to be taken over by a person. And it's called the poison pill. And it's basically, the real name for it is shareholders' rights plan. So the company makes the shareholders, gives them the right to buy more stocks.So the shareholders have to pony up. And if the shareholders don't have the money to pony up enough of it, then this is a failure thing. But if they make the number of stocks that have to be bought too high, sometimes it works that the person who is trying to take over it by buying up all the stocks, they won't have enough money to buy up all the stocks. But this can cause other problems later, even if it's a failure.Yeah,
好，这稍微有一点复杂，没关系。我们先看这个文章上的句子。他说，为了要避免他 得到 gaining to prevent him from gaining 为了避免他得到一个 majority share ownership， 就是获得多数的持股因为他如果获得多数持股的话，那公司就变他的了。为了避免他能够得到多数持股呢， Twitter 他们就宣布了一个计划 announced a plan to， 他们这个计划要干嘛呢？要 increase， 要增加 the number of stocks， 就是股票的数量 that other shareholders could possess， 他们要增加其他的股东，就他们公司其他的股东所能够拥有的股票的数量。那这样的目的就是他可以降低 in order to lower， 降低马斯克他的 percentage， 他的持股的百分比，他的持股比例。好，所以这个就是希望他不会成为持股最多的那一个人所以就赶快让其他的股东跟他们讲说你们可以这个买多一点的股票，而且常常会给他们比较低的价格那这个东西呢，刚刚 Angela 老师讲说这种东西叫做一个毒丸计划the poison pill poison 就是 P-O-I-S-O-N 毒pill 就是那个药丸 P-I-L-L。 那其实毒丸计划这个比较正式一点说法是怎么样 A shareholder rights plan 一个 shareholder 他们的 rights 他们的权利的一个计划。那所谓的 A shareholder rights plan 它就是原来的股东呢，他可以用较低的价格获得大量的股票这通常是公司为了避免被这个新来的人这个整个 take over 的时候的一个办法所以在这里 Twitter 他们也想到了这样的一个办法。
However, Musk then offered to purchase the company for $44 billion, which was well over the price that it was worth at the time. And so I'm just going to do two sentences together. With such a good offer, the deal was finalized by the end of April. What this means is it's not just a good offer. It's an offer the company cannot refuse by law. And this is called a hostile takeover. He's paying so much for the company that legally this is the best deal the company will get. And so they must do it to maximize their shareholder profits by how corporate law works. If they said no, they could be sued.
所以地方问题在这里那没关系，也是一样，我们先看完这一句这两句他说呢，这个马斯克呢知道推特要这样做之后，他就 offered， 他就提议出价，你也可以说出价，要买这家公司 for 就是以什么样的价钱来买呢？要用美金440亿美金这个价钱远远超过推特的这个价值那 with such a good offer，有这么好的一个提议the deal 就是这个交易呢 was finalized 被定下来的，决定了这是4月底的事情。那刚刚 Angela 老师有解释是说，这个440亿美金远远超过这个推特他们的价钱，所以根据法律推特不能拒绝这样的交易因为推特他们上市公司，他必须要为他们的股东争取最大的权利那这个东西呢，因为他可以出这么多的价钱，我就是用钱砸死你你不卖我就砸死你所以呢这个东西叫做 hostile takeover， 就是一个所谓的恶意的收购。
So over the years, Musk has been a prolific Twitter user. Prolific means just producing and producing and producing beyond all comprehension. He's produced so many tweets, so much so that he faced multiple lawsuits in the past about some of the things he posted on the site. He, in fact, broke the law with some of his tweets because he was using his tweets to drive his share price up and down, which is illegal. So he uses Twitter a lot and not well sometimes.
好，所以呢 over the years 这么多年来呢，这个马斯克他一直是一个 prolific， 就是很多产的。那当你说他是个 prolific Twitter user， 就表示他写了很多很多的推文So much so that 写到多到什么程度呢？多到他面临了 multiple， 就是很多的 lawsuits 官司 in the past， 写到他在过去面临很多的官司是关于怎么样 some of the things he had posted on the site一些他在这个网站，也就是在推特上面写出来的东西因为这些东西他在过去面临了很多很多的官司，所以表示他写了很多，那也出了很多问题。
In a statement, Musk said that he sees Twitter as a digital town square. In English, a town square is a place where people can get together and debate the issues of the day. It's where you can talk publicly with other people in your community to solve problems. So a digital town square is a place on the internet where everybody can come together to solve the problems of the day, or where important matters can be debated.
好，那 in a statement 在一份声明当中呢，马斯克他说他 sees Twitter as 就是他把推特视为看作什么啊？他把推特看成什么呢？一个 digital 一个数位的 town square 就是城镇的中心广场。那在这个英美的文化里面的这个 town square 就是一个通常是在市中心一个地方，在这个广场上面大家可以聚在这里针对公共事务来公开讨论这样的一个地方。所以他认为 Twitter 也是这样的一个地方。好，那在这样的一个地方怎么样 ？Where 在这个地方 important matters 重要的事物呢 can be discussed 或者 can be debated 可以被在那里大家辩论。所以公共事务就可以在那边大家可以提出自己的看法一起辩论。
Although I did hear a story about that somebody criticized him on Twitter, and then he found that person actually was a part of the Tesla membership, and he kicked him out of membership, even though he's an owner of a Tesla car. So he's a bit of a liar in terms of that he thinks that a public square where people can talk freely and the information is free is not actually how he's actually conducted his life.
Yeah, 好，所以这个 Angela 说，事实上有这么一个传闻就是他曾经有人在推特上面对他这个写出一些他不喜欢看的东西，然后呢，他就发现这个人他也是这个 Tesla 的这个汽车的拥有者他就把他踢出了那个Tesla 那个使用者的一个群组之类的东西。好，那其实我觉得各位在阅读的时候，只要读到有人讲这么好听的话，你就要开始怀疑。
Yeah, it's really true. Especially somebody with that much power and influence starts going, but this is for everybody. You're like, okay, really?
对，尤其是他那么想要買他花了那么多心思買下了这個 Twitter， 他絕對不是買來這裡給大家你們有什麼話大家在這邊講吧，絕對不是這樣子的。
Yeah, I mean, especially with someone who's got $44 billion just sitting around to buy a company with, that's, the UN said that 6 billion could end world hunger. 6 billion. That's a huge number. And he's used $44 billion to buy this company for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
In fact, Elon Musk said to the UN, I will pay your $6 billion thing if you come up with a plan. And boy, howdy, they came up with a plan. And then he didn't pay it. He instead donated $5.5 billion to some unnamed charity, which really could just be him paying himself again because we don't know who he gave it to. So, yeah.
Yeah, 所以刚刚这个 Angela 老师他这个举的例子就是联合国曾经说过我们只需要60亿美金就可以解决世界上饥饿问题。那马斯克也讲得很好听，他说那你提个计划出来我就给你钱啊。那 UN 也把计划提出来了，可是马斯克他没有去管那个计划，他反而捐了钱给这个没有不知名的一个慈善机构那说不定那个慈善机构就是他自己的机构，他只是把钱转一转而已，没有人知道。
Anyways, the reason he decided to buy Twitter is, the public reason, is he thinks the platform has enormous potential and plans to unlock it. When you unlock something's potential, you make it be what it always could have been. But honestly, what could Twitter do that it's not already doing?
Yeah. 所以他认为呢，这个平台的 platform 就是 Twitter 它有 enormous 有极大的 potential 潜力，然后呢 plans to 他打算要 unlock 把它打开，把那个潜力释放或者打开来。那个 it 就是指 potential 那当然这个他是这样讲那但就像这个 Angel 老師剛剛講的，其實推特他可以做的事情現在已經在做了。Yeah.
Actually, more importantly, when you say something has enormous potential, people, and then don't say anything else, people assume potential to be better or to be good. But it could be potentially a weapon for him to beat anybody with. He didn't say what he's going to make it better for.
Or at least potential for him to make more money.
Right. So he didn't say what the potential was for. And if you don't say what it's for, everyone projects their own thing on it. This is a classic politician move.
Yeah, 所以这个其实是你不讲清楚什么 potential， 那每一个人读的时候就按照自己的想法去诠释但是也没有人知道他自己心里面真正的 potential 是什么。
So reactions to the sale are mixed.
好，所以呢，对什么什么的反应叫 reactions to， 所以对于这一个销售案的反应呢 are mixed， 就是莫衷一是，褒贬不一。这个句子其实很好用，大家可以学reactions to something are mixed.
Yeah, it's a great sentence.
Yeah, 就是对于这个东西大家的反应呢，这个莫衷一是。
Some see Musk as an innovative entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody who creates new companies, and innovative means someone who creates new ideas. And they see him as someone who can bring new ideas to the company, make it something better or more interesting, while others are concerned about so much power being in the hands of one man. But those critics, I think, honestly are overlooking things like Amazon, which is also all this power in the hands of one man. There's lots of billionaires who have this kind of power over various less public things.Yeah,
好，所以呢，这个有些人 some 就有些人他们把马斯克视为一个 innovative， 就是创新的这个 entrepreneur 就是一个企业家那他这样的一个企业家可以 bring new ideas to the company， 可以把这个新的一些想法带进这个公司那同时呢 others 其他的人 are concerned about 就对什么感到忧虑呢？感到担忧，他们担忧的是这么多的权力放在一个人的手中他们觉得哇，这个是很值得忧虑的事情但其实像 Angela 老师刚刚讲的，其实不只是他，这个世界上还有很多人拥有非常大的权力。
And many are worried that social media sites like Twitter can have too much influence over people's opinions. I mean, this is an absolutely valid concern, and this happened already with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica and, Facebook being used to influence the U.S. election. So there's definitely that is an issue. But whether or not Musk owns it, well, I don't know.
Yeah. 好，所以呢，这个他说很多人呢 are worried that 他们都担心呢，这个 social media sites like Twitter， 像推特这种社群网站呢，他们可以 can have too much influence， 有太多的影响 over 就是影响谁呢？影响 people's opinions， 人类的看法，人们的看法。所以像这么大的社群网站，它可能对于人们的看法会有很大的影响力，这个是的确。所以各位其实都要对这个事情要有点思考因为很多人一开始讲说这种 social media sites 可以那个百花齐放大家都可以有什么 idea 都可以拿出来讲这样会有多元。但其实很多人这个有学者就是观察到，现在的趋势反而是会更 polarized就一些想法就会有人在网络上面带风向，那网络上风向一带，大部分的人其实反而会丧失独立思考的能力所以大家在这点要注意。
So only time will tell how Musk transforms Twitter. Only time will tell how Musk changes things. When you say only time and tell, it basically means wait and see. So all we can do is wait and see what happens.
Yeah, 所以 only time will tell 就是只有时间能够说明只有时间能说明呢，这个马斯克他是如何的 transforms 是改造其实他有改头换面的意思我们看看马斯克是如何的会把推特改头换面。
Okay, so we have some questions here for you. Even though that was a lot of information in a very short time, see what you can do.Number 1 is, what did Twitter do in an effort to stop Musk from becoming the platform's biggest shareholder?
推特为了阻止马斯克成为平台的大股东做了什么事呢？
The answer is C, tried to increase the shares of other shareholders, which is the poison pill plan.
好，所以答案是 C, 他试图增加其他股东的股份。
And number 2, what is Musk's expectation of Twitter?
马斯克对于推特有什么期望呢？
He hopes, the answer is D, he hopes Twitter can be a place to discuss various issues freely.
他希望推特是一个可以能够自由地讨论各种议题的地方。
And number 3, why are some people worried about Musk owning Twitter?
为什么有些人会担心马斯克拥有推特这个公司呢？
They're worried that if he owns Twitter, B, he may have too much power over people's views.
答案是 B, 他可能会对人们的看法有太大的影响力。
Okay, so that was enough time trashing Elon Musk. Let's go on. Tomorrow there's more things to learn on Ivy English, and hope you join us then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.